G'day and welcome back to the Not So Weekly news from RC Model Review. It's been a few weeks actually since I did the last one. Been too busy here trying to get videos out, and the weather has been against us. The flying season in this part of the world is so damn short. I mean, I know in the Northern Hemisphere people are freezing cold and it's starting to snow and blow and things, but hey, this is the Southern Hemisphere and it's freezing cold and the wind's blowing and it's raining and you know, our summer doesn't really kick in until the end of December, the end of next month. So, and then we get a glorious 3.5 days of summer and we're back to autumn. Well, it's not that bad actually, but it seems like a very short flying season. So yeah, never mind. I will make the most of what I can while I can. And so here's a little look at some of the stuff that'll be coming up on this channel very shortly. So here are two identical Foxeer Legend 1 cameras, and as you know, if you get one of these, there you go, it comes in a nice box. I'm not unboxing it, there you go. And here's another Foxeer Legend 1 camera, but this is a newer one. And one thing I like about companies that listen to the customer base and modify their products according to feedback. Well, you know, this is the Foxeer one. I've already had a quick look at it, but I'm going to be doing a full in-depth review of it. And here is the Legend 1. Hang on, that's the Legend 1. This is the Legend 1 too. So what's the difference? Well, let's open the box and find out. Ooh, look at that. Now, this is something that makes me very happy because look, same camera, but it's orange. So when it falls off and gets lost in the grass, guess which one's going to be easier to find? Now, this is great because one of the things that I've said a lot for a long, long time is that, you know, FPV video glasses should be white so they reflect the heat in the summer, and action cameras should be brightly coloured so they're easy to find when you lose them. And obviously, Foxeer have listened, and the Legend 1 is now available in bright orange. Whoa, score, great, brilliant, excellent. So, of course, what I'm going to be doing is taking the Foxeer Legend 1 and comparing it to this. If I can get the box open. Ta-da! This is the new Runcam HD version 2. And as you can see, the lens setup's quite a bit different. It's got some ventilation holes in the side, so don't go putting it on a submarine. It actually looks really quite professional now. It's got this sort of, you know, I'm not happy they've gone to a darker colour for the same reason that I'm much happier these have gone to a bright colour. I mean, the old Runcam, we look at the original Runcam, apart from the Velcro, was a nice bright silver. This is not so bright. So if you lose this one, you might not be so happy. If you lose the Foxeer, well, you're actually less likely to lose it. What I have done on my other Runcam, of course, is put some brightly coloured vinyl. See that? So that overcomes the problem. But if you do that on this, it's going to block the ventilation holes, isn't it? Which is not so good. So, but this looks like it performs very, very well. Now, both of these cameras, the Foxeer and the HD2 from Runcam, they both deliver 60 frames per second. I'm not going to do a comparison right now. This is just the weekly news, but I thought I'd show you what's coming up. There's a lot of similarities, but there are some differences. And so with the promised shootout between that and the Xiaomi and the Turnigy action camera, otherwise known as the SJ4000, and the Mobius action camera, and I think this is the, I don't know what this is called, it's one of those, another Chinese action camera. And what else have I got? Oh, actually, that's probably about it, actually, to be honest. I don't think I've got anything else. Oh, no. Let's get some more cameras. Anyway, so we're going to be comparing all these, stick them on a plank of wood, move them around, see how they work, and give you the results. But there you go. So stay tuned. That's going to be coming up very shortly. I've already done some of the footage. I need to get sunny day footage and cloudy day footage because, you know, most cameras look pretty good on a sunny day. But when you have a cloudy day, that really sorts the men from the boys, the quality from the crap, and it can make a big difference. So there you go. That'll be coming up soon. And this is something else I'm going to be having a look at. I mean, I boldly said when I did the first part of the review of this DAL 180 or DL 180 that I'd never had any trouble with these SN20 ESCs. Well, I guess that was the curse because these things just will not work. They will not work with BL Heli 14.2 and these Multi-Star Elite motors. MotorSync, forget it. There's nothing resembling MotorSync. I can get it to hover. As soon as I advance the throttle, it falls out of the sky. It's terrible. Absolutely awful. I've tried all the settings. I've turned the demag compensation off. I've gone from the timing being low through to high, and I've played with all the other options. There's just no way these ESCs will sync with these motors. Complete and utter waste of time. So is it the ESCs? Well, yeah, I don't know. I've used them on other quads with great success. This is a later batch, so maybe, as people are saying, the newer ones are just crap. They've changed the FETs. This is not uncommon, I've found, with Chinese manufacturing. They produce a product that's really good and they start to sell high volumes of it. And when you're selling, tens or hundreds of thousands of these things, if you can save 5 cents here and 10 cents there, that's a big improvement in your bottom line. So there's always the temptation to say, ooh, these FETs are costing us $1 each. We can get these slightly inferior ones for 95 cents. So let's change them and not tell anybody. And what happens? Well, the product turns to crap. So I'm going to be taking a close look at these ESCs and see if they've changed from the originals. I have some of the originals and some of the latest ones. Let's see if they have really penny pinched and screwed up what was actually, in my estimation, a really good ESC. The first ones I got have been brilliant. Never had a problem. They performed really well. But in order to get this thing going, and by popular request, I have ordered some little B ESCs, which look pretty similar, but they have the different processor, and apparently they work without too many problems on high KV motors. So we'll try those out, see how they go. So in the meantime, this one's going to have to sit to the side for a while. But having said that, I do have, excuse me while I move out of the way, a long reach, I do have this. Oh, where is it? I should have prepared, shouldn't I? I hate it when I forget to prepare. I've got... oh man, here we go. Wait for it. It's worth the wait. Trust me. I've got this. It's the Quadrysteria 180, or what's a 200, I think. Quadrysteria 200. QR 200? I forget the name of it. Anyway, there we go. That's that. It's from Ron at Quadrysteria. He sent me this, so I'll be looking at that. It's nice. It's different. It's innovative. Look, and the instructions look really good, even though I haven't opened the bag. Obviously, it's going to make life easy when you've got instructions like that to build from. Brilliant. So mini quad fans, I'm not dropping you completely for fixed wing stuff. I will be doing some more. Now, Ron also sent me some of the ZTW, I think they are. What are they? Let's have a look. Open them up. Yes, they are ZTW. Opening the bag as we speak. First time I've looked. Come on. These ones, the ZTW Spider. Now, these are also a little tiny ESC. These are probably 12 shot, one shot 125 capable. And what does it say? I can't see what it says in terms of the amount of current, but probably going to be more than adequate for this, the 200 size mini quad he sent me. So I'll be putting that together very shortly when I've tidied up some other loose ends. We all know what those are. So there we go. That's coming up soon. What else have I got in my boxes of tricks here that I have to mention in the weekly news? Oh yes, I got this. And this, all right, fixed wing flyers, calm down. It's another frame. It's the DAL 220, DAL 220. This is like the DL 180, but bigger. Although it does have side members on the frames. I think it's, haven't even opened it, just got it out of the mailbag this morning. And it is a one-piece bottom plate. No instructions with this one, but disappointing because the 180 had an instruction sheet. This one doesn't have any, so there you go. Anyway, we'll throw that together and see how it works as well. Comes with much of the same hardware that the 180 came with, so that's good. There you go. And of course, there's one other thing I think that came in the mailbag. Hang on, we'll do a jump cut because I've lost it already. Ta-da, jump cut time, there we go. Dominator HD version 2 video glasses. Now, I've got to say, I saw that Thomas and Paul had started to review these, and I was really jealous because they look so good. They really do. And when I do the review, I'll show you all the features. And to be honest, hang on a minute, another jump cut. Let me show you what I've been using over the years. Ta-da, Fatshark. These were actually a really nice set of goggles. Quite a wide view. Nice rubberized surface coating, much better than the first set of Fatsharks. The only downside was that they weren't really modular. You've got a built-in receiver. Yeah, you can't really replace that. This is a version 1, so unfortunately the receiver's not that sensitive. But in every other respect, these are actually a beautiful set of video glasses. But wait, there is more. Let's go back a bit. Ta-da, look at that. The original Fatshark. I forget what the number was, but they're the what are they called? The base edition 922 something. I forget what the numbers are. I use these for years, and actually, to be honest, I still think they're a really good set of video glasses. Massively immersive field of view. The problem is, of course, the plastic optic's not quite up to it. If you're using an OSD, it's a bit fuzzy in the corners, but I still love these things because it's so much more immersive than anything else I've used since, including the Sky Zones. Perhaps the head play is the only thing that's a little bit more immersive, but I mean, these are still fantastic. And of course, they don't have a built-in receiver, they don't have head tracking, don't have anything. They're really, as it says, a base edition. And you plug your video receiver in. I use these when I have my pole for doing, especially for the longer distance FPV. Damn brilliant. So, yep, my history with Fatshark goes back. And you know the good thing about this? These still work. these still work. And it's the reliability as much as anything that gets me happy with Fatshark, because I've got a set of SkyZone 3Ds. They don't work anymore. Well, they do, but very intermittently. I've got a set of SkyZone originals, and they've started becoming intermittent. It's the same kind, it's exactly the same fault as is in the 3Ds. So I'm getting a little bit disappointed with SkyZone reliability. I've only had them for a year or so. These things seem to be solid as a brick shithouse. So, sorry, a brick dunny for our Australian viewers. So I'm really hoping that this will be every bit as reliable and give me the wonderful wide field of view that I had with these things when I first started flying FPV. You'll find out when I do the review. That'll be coming up pretty soon. Yeah, excellent. And while on the subject of video glasses, remember I mentioned these, the Walkera Goggle 2, and these aren't actually a bad set of goggles. The optics aren't too bad. They seem to work pretty well. They're nice and clear, good contrast. Downside, it's only got these little dip switches for changing channels. So you've only got 8 channels. Is there 8? I don't know. Hard to tell. It's only got 2 switches, so it's less than 8 channels. You know, that's a really limiting factor these days. But Walkera have contacted me and said they're going to send me a set of the Goggle 3s, which are much higher resolution. They've got 32 channel receiver, got HDMI input, so I'll be keen to look at those too. So if FPV's your bag, then there's going to be a lot coming up in the next few months with all these video glasses to review and other bits and pieces. Now, I haven't done those reviews yet, so if you want questions, or you've got questions, you want something particularly explored when I do those reviews, then leave a comment in the space below this video, and I will try and bear that in mind when I do the reviews, so that you'll get the information that you want, which is always very important. Now, not a lot else to say. You know, it's Christmas is coming up soon, so everyone's looking for some useful buying information, and hopefully I'll get enough videos out there so that you'll be able to decide what you want and where to buy it. And but if you do have specific questions, remember, I am always available. Just email me or just pop a comment on the video, and I'll try and, I try to read all the comments on the videos, but sometimes there are hundreds of them, and it's really hard to get through all those comments. So email is the best way. The address is on the rcmodelreviews.com website. Now, there have been donations coming in. Thank you, those people have donated, and that's enabled me to buy quite a bit of stuff to get up for review. I've spent it all. So if you've got more money, throw it my way. I haven't done the Patreon thing yet. Too busy, man. Not enough hours in a day. You notice also, got the Santa look going here. That's because it's nearly Christmas, less than a month, and I've got to be able to, talk to the children and promise them ponies and things like that. So that's why I do this Santa gig. But I'm telling you, as soon as it gets hot, this may disappear. I may have an early Christmas and decide to go back to the shorter hair and beard because it's not so good in the hot weather. Anyway, there you go. I will waffle on a bit now, won't I? So that's about it for another Not So Weekly week. Time for me to get on. Too much to do, not enough time to do it. Spot you soon. Bye for now. Here are 2 seemingly identical Foxeer Legend 1 cameras. Now, anyone who's got one of these will know that if you take the lid off, oh bugger, got that wrong. That's the new one. And here's the Foxeer Legend 1 camera. As anyone who's got one of these will know, it's not an unboxing. It's a bit sticky on the ends. Man.